Stop! Let us just look at the main menu for a moment, game. It really does not want us to look at this chair. Something about it. I don't know. Anyway.
It's the throne.
Hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome to Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm a huge fan of the older Fire Emblem games, the ones on the Game Boy Advance, and I haven't really touched the No! Back to the menu! We sit there for like 30 seconds, and it's like, no more chair!
Well, are you sure it's just not going to go to... Is it going to start the game?
Probably not.
There we go.
Okay, so I want to check things a little bit. Voiceover language. Wipe data, music library. I wonder how much voiceover there is.
Who knows?
Anyway. Let's see. So I've played every Fire Emblem game from the beginning of the ones on the Game Boy Advance, starting with Lyn, all the way up through the one on the Wii. And then I played Fire Emblem Awakening. And I was like, yeah, this is cool, but I didn't play Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, whatever the other one is. I played a little bit of it, but it was very long, and I was kind of grumpy, and I was like, oh god, I have to play, like, through 3 of these. And so now, this is going to be one of those. Every single line has been voiceovered. Well, that'll be kind of fun. Shell sounds disappointed. So that might mean possibility that Shell might, like, check out of this series and be like, eh.
It depends on how much of it's going to be spent in tactical.
I think you will like it.
Okay.
I think it'll be fine.
I'll still enjoy the story. I absolutely love... I've always loved the character design for Fire Emblem games, and I've always been intrigued by the politics between the realms and
in that case, I think you'll like this more, because they really scaled up the politics and the characters and decision making, because you actually make decisions now.
Oh, okay, because before it was just a series of battles.
Yeah, so the out-of-combat stuff is much more like Persona now, which actually sounds kind of interesting, which I figured you'd be interested in. Anyway, so I'm a pretty avid fan. Shell's played a little bit of Awakening, but that was about it. And I don't know, let's just get going. Let's see, normal or hard? Honestly, I'm going to throw it on normal. I realize that I've espoused that I'm a fan of the series. My main problem with hard is this game is 60 hours long to begin with. Anything that slows it down sucks.
Huh. Fallen units rise again after the battle ends, and then they're lost forever. I've heard about this, that in...
Oh. I guess my other option is we could do hard casual, but I'm just going to do normal casual. Because as much as I love me some Fire Emblem, I don't like losing my units. And, like, normally I almost never would. But, like, I know in the Game Boy Advance version, I would just reset the game every single time I lost a character. And this is just easier. So, let's get going. Play online?
Why?
Let's leave it on until we decide not to.
But does that mean you're going to have other people walking around or interrupting you?
Oh, wait, never mind. You have to pay for that. Yeah.
No. That's probably if you want to do versus mode.
nemesis. Do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die in it. Die! Die! You took everything that I loved! He's gone now, Mother.
Oh my. What could have brought you here? I wonder how you got in here. It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Okay.
This is your character
So we can be the male or female. So
What is... Are those leggings? What is she wearing under those shorts?
we can be the male. I was gonna say, if her outfit...
Let's be the guy.
Yeah.
I usually prefer to play female characters in these games, but also look at her stare. It doesn't look right. He looks
He's
determined and...
Yeah.
But she's just like...
Yeah.
And also the belly button.
Yeah, the belly button's kind of weird. The, like, sort of weird, like, boob medallion tie thing going on.
Nah, I think for once I'd rather play the guy.
Yeah, there's also romance in this game. So we're gonna go romance some other hot teachers. Because I'm not romancing a student.
I've not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
Ooh. You can say I'm a ghost, I'm a demon, or I'm a mortal.
I'm a ghost.
So, are you supposed to be someone who's passed on, dead?
I'm fine.
I don't want to be immortal.
You want to be immortal?
No, I said I don't want to be immortal.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to determine who you are as like a twist in the
I'm
game
going
or
for
a character
ghost
class.
or demon. I'm fine
Ghost,
with either.
Right, ghost or demon. Well, a ghost implies that you were once alive and perished, and I don't know if you're being sent to her. This sounds like it's some kind of ethereal realm beyond.
Let's go demon. Maximum edge. Blade wolf.
Okay.
Do not deceive. You would do well to keep your wit in line.
Oh, she knows.
Do not deceive. You would do well to keep your wit
Okay,
in
you're
line.
immortal. It doesn't matter.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
No.
Byleth?
Byleth.
Byleth?
Mm.
What name would you prefer? I know that you tend to name yours Do This or...
D-O-O-D. For a couple of reasons. One, because it rolls off the tongue real easy when I'm talking, because everybody's just calling you dude.
No, I just...
The other thing is it means dead or death in Dutch, which always amuses me. Because I have like 50 Dutch people that have never heard of my channel before or seen any of my series that are like, by the way, it means dead in Dutch. And I'm like, I know. I am surprised that it only allows for 8 characters, but that's probably so it doesn't like screw up like line spacing and dialogue.
So the name was originally Byleth. Interesting. I was thinking of weird names that also deal with the ooh.
Demon. Demon ghost.
Doomin.
Demon ghost. Ghost demon. I mean, dude is real easy, and I always prefer it.
Well, if you want to mix demon and ghost.
Ghost?
No. I was thinking of other things that are ghosts, like wraiths, aghast. But then you'd end up with a name like... Yeah, no, that wouldn't be good. Let's see. Rast? Nah.
I mean... Let's just go with dude.
You just want dude.
It's great. It's like it's perfect.
I don't know.
Just everybody's super broy with you. It's awesome. Nobody's gonna call us dude, by the way. Like, if you want, what we could do...
I mean, you could be duelist.
Hey, out of curiosity, for somebody that's already played this, and has played an amount, what do they call a character? Because they probably call him by name repeatedly. Or not by name, but title, yeah?
Look at that doodad. It's really suggesting doodad.
Doodle! But like for Shepherd, for example, they just call you Shepherd.
They might just call you professor. I think you're supposed to be a professor to a bunch of students, aren't you?
We could be Prof Bork.
Wait, what?
We could be Prof Bork.
What's Prof Bork?
Professor Bork. Champion?
Really? They call you champion?
Because we can't be professor. We could be teach.
Oh no. I don't know. He just looks like a warrior of some sort.
Oh, why not is your name? No. I want to know if they call you something, because I once had a character for Mass Effect called Shepherd, which gave me a laugh. Anyway, let's just go with dude.
Oh, okay.
What were you gonna suggest?
When you were starting to write out Wraith, I was thinking of like Wren, but with the W. But then that's like a bird, so that wouldn't be good. And doodad wouldn't be good.
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, they just call you Professor. We're gonna be Professor Dude.
Really?
Too many D's. It's just my go-to.
I mean, you could just be X, and then you'd be Professor X. But what?
Ah!
No.
Oh boy, that is perfect. Thank you, Shell.
What do you mean?
Ah.
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
Ooh.
Oh, wait, let's just make up a birthday based on the coolest month.
Yeah, okay.
Because horsebow sounds stupid as shit.
Wait. I want to see what your birth month is.
Horsebow.
Oh,
Yours is Guardian Moon, which is actually
Guardian
pretty
Moon.
good. Pegasus, Lone, Great Tree, Harpstring, Garland, Blue Sea, Verdant Rain. Ooh, I like Verdant Rain. Horsebow, Wyvern, Red Wolf, and Ethereal. Oh, nope, we gotta be a ghost. Let's be 12-12. Or do we want him to be a Christmas? Let's make him a Christmas babby. 25th, right? Yeah?
I mean, yeah, it's the 25th, but it's the 24th if you want the eve.
Okay, sure. He is a Christmas babby.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange.
You lie!
What?
It all feels so familiar. think it may be time for yet another nap. It is almost time to begin.
I will admit their 3D models do actually look quite nice. I was originally pretty miffed about the transition to 3D because the old 2D sprites looked amazing, but character designs certainly have more room to become wild and insane.
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again?
You might get a really weird reaction for the second one, but you could also... I suppose you were dreaming about the battle.
Yeah.
So, you can do the number one.
Massive armies clashing on a vast field, right? There hasn't been a battle like that in over 3 centuries. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn. Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you were the situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there were a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
I still got hair. I'm always ready.
And those were the 3 primary kids, by the way,
Yeah, of
from each
course
of the
they are.
factions. Wait, is he doing a dance down there?
Yeah. That's the old strategist sprite.
Mm.
Skirmish Dawn. I think it is.
Inevitable encounter.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Okay, movement. Select a move to enemy. I already know how to do this. Mostly. The new mechanics might throw me off a little bit. Oh, this environment is not pretty. The characters, the 3D models, the everything. The characters,
Okay, what are the characters' names?
Okay.
So it's Claude, Edelgard.
and Dimitri. Now, I will admit, I'm immediately drawn to Claude because he actually looks like a cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
Edelgard wasn't terrible. Something about Dimitri is just like, eh.
He was very formal. In
I
his
also
manner.
just don't like his like weird waterfall hair. It's
Oh.
very confusing.
Well, we'll have to see what their companions
Stay
are like,
focused.
because ultimately we're going to be working with their friends as the rest of your party in the future.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let's undo for a second. It looks okay. I know
Ready
how
and
bows
willing.
work.
An archer.
Yep. Also like his outfit. Okay, know how weapon durability works. Oh, I can talk. Wait.
I will prevail.
What's up?
It's
Do you know
because
what?
of you guys that I'm not
Instead of
dead right
Professor
now.
X, we could have done
Thanks for that.
Professor
I didn't
Xavier.
expect to run into mercenaries
Then he would have
like you
actually
in some
had a-
remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
I'm fine with this though.
He would have had a full name then.
Yeah, but I like X.
Really?
Yeah.
We could have called him Xavier.
Well, no, it means we're illiterate.
What?
Did you know? Back in the day, like, for militaries and stuff...
People
or
would
not
sign
just
with an
illitaries.
X if they were...
Yeah. Let's see, I should probably... go into the menu for a second and change some of the sound options. Monastery, General. There we go. Sound effects and music are going to go down a bit.
Yeah, Xavier would have made sense for this universe, though, because it would fit very well with Claude and
I know,
Edelgard
but I just like
and
the idea
Dimitri.
of it being X because that means he doesn't know how to write his own name, so you just write down X.
It could also be an
We'll
abbreviated
advance
nickname.
while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
Okay, so terrain effects. Oh, right. We're gonna actually have to identify... no, it's not. It's not actually too hard to identify. That's weird. I might actually straight up want to use the old controller. Or not the old controller,
Yes,
the...
good. If we're in the,
Joy-Con
forest,
one?
we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Okay, so there's other types of terrains. Yep, that's pretty normal. I know there's some kind of, like, actual... I'm not gonna say action combat that you can do in this. She uses an axe. I was actually not expecting her to be an axe fighter. So you know about the weapon triangle, right? Because I'm gonna skip right past it. Shall?
The weapon triangle for
Fine
this game,
opportunity. Use the combat arts I taught you.
I'm familiar about it in things like Shogun Total War, where it's cavalry versus infantry versus archers, right? So what's it in this?
Okay, so this is slightly different from what I was expecting. Combat arts. This is new. So this costs extra weapon durability, but I do 5 more damage and have a higher accuracy. Let's see, will I kill him?
As
Does he
expected.
have those odd sleeves?
Yeah, we've got weird long sleeves. Okay, so we kill him. I guess part of it is I do also have to decide which characters do I want to focus on. Okay, so anyway, weapon triangle in this game, there are several
It's not
of them,
luck,
but
it's fate.
namely, the one that we care about right now is swords, axes, and lances. So swords beat axes. Oh, you can talk. Sure, might as well. Swords beat axes, axes beat lances, lances beat swords. You can still use them against each other, but you're running at a disadvantage. Your accuracy will be lower, and you'll do less damage than they will. Wait, there's no triangle in this game? What? Why? It was like my favorite part.
You have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
So no more rock, paper, stabby stab? I don't know how to feel about this.
Is that all?
For units on a field like this, you would think that that would be an additional component.
It was. Huh.
Yeah, but it looks like you can change your equipped weapons.
Yeah.
Damn, why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Oh no, he's coming to fight. That's bad. Oh, so we can get a chest key. I don't think we actually have a chest on this map. Nope. I guess it shouldn't matter too much. I'm assuming there's repeatable missions that we can do.
They move awfully fast.
Yeah. Let's see. More.
Hey! You with the blank stare! Out of my way!
Wait a minute. That's supposed to be a feature of your character? Remember how we commented on how blank they looked?
Yep.
You with the blank stare.
What the? Aren't you Gerald the Bladebreaker? What's a renowned mercenary like you doing here?
I'm the one who should be complaining. I'm caught up in the mess you started. Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
When you attack an enemy that's also in attack range of one or more of your units, you'll trigger a linked attack. During a linked attack, you avoid your avoidance rate, hit rate are higher, and between certain units will also increase your damage. And also build support. So if we do this, we should link up with both of them. Yep. And do bonus damage. I also just like how clean
Another
the
step
X
forward.
looks on his nameplate.
Getting hit straight on in the back.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
Either or.
I mean, the second one is just to acknowledge her name.
Okay.
The
let's
first
go
one
with
is
the
like, what
first.
does she mean by who called her that?
I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
I'm less than a child.
Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
Yes. I mean, there's also the thank you. You might be getting more
There
bonus
now.
points with
Is
her.
gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
What will happen when time resumes? That's what I'm wondering.
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end. How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do?
Just stay here and wait to die is terrible. Really, like, the suggestion would be to turn back time just a little bit
but
more.
I really want to go with the bottom one.
She'll probably
accept fate.
She'll chastise you for it. You
know.
can go with it if you want. But...
Okay.
As though I could stand idly by and watch that come to pass. Oh, but perhaps. Of course. I must turn back the hands of time. Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
The goddess always lives a heaven what? Did you see the text? It was written in English.
Oh, you mean on the magic circle?
Yes.
Oh, no, I didn't. I almost never bother to read magic circles because why?
Hey, over here! Huh?
It just does the same thing again.
Hey,
Ah.
did you just...
The Knights of Seiros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Yay.
Still bashing myself over the head over the Xavier. We should have done the full name.
I like X. It looks good.
This would have fit with all this.
It is you. Goodness, it's been ages. Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garrig Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
Are you going to be a perpetual liar in this series? You were first lying to the goddess about being a ghost and a demon.
Options.
He's going to get all flustered and say, "No, this isn't a kid of mine." What do you mean?
At the same time, I'm a bandit is pretty good. Like, all of these options are amazing. I just don't know which one.
I would do that as correct. I want to see what Geralt says.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
Wait a minute. Did that actually determine what you were?
What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seiros.
Didn't interject. Does that...
They do seem rather skilled. It seems your presence is required. Get going.
He didn't he didn't refute it.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seiros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
Oh, so long as there's little arrows on the bottom, they continue to talk?
Yeah.
Whereas it's when the shield is up?
So, do you see the auto advance in the bottom right corner? I can turn it on and off.
Okay, I see. Because
But-
I do want to talk about these things. So that actually determined what you were. You're now officially that guy's son.
That's interesting. I appreciate that. The decisions matter. Though us being a bandit would have been pretty funny.
Well, but then you would have been no different from those other guys, wouldn't you?
It would have been funny if they immediately arrest us as part of the other group. I'm curious. Oh well.
Well, he's oft praised to be the strongest knight to ever live, so...
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense why you were hanging out with him.
Papa, are you proud of me yet? I stabbed that man right through.
I mean, it does sound like he had... I don't want to say he deserted, but he disappeared and never returned. So he's apparently oblivious about the Knights of Seiros, or didn't know he was a captain.
Let's go with the lower.
Sure.
I didn't know he was a captain.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garrigmach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well?
We haven't gotten to know them at all. So she's from the Adrestian Empire, the land of ancient history, and that's the red faction. Do you know why he disliked the guy with the blue?
What?
Did you notice his bangs?
Yeah.
They were laced over each other.
Yeah.
So you probably don't want to go with just based on appearances. I have a feeling you like the Leicester Alliance, the burgeoning League of nobles. That's the yellow faction with the stag as their emblem. You just like Claude the most, don't you?
I mean, he's winking at me every time he comes into a portrait. And I haven't been winked at in a long time. So, like, I'm flattered.
What? Wonder.
I don't know. I wish there were like 7 options here and 1 or 2 of them were stupid.
I just wish that they told you a little bit more about their kingdoms because, so, an empire, a kingdom, an alliance. It seems like those of the alliance are of, yes, noble blood, but not quite royalty. So that's why he's a bit more candid with you and doesn't have the formalities of the other 2. Now, the Holy Kingdom of Fergus, it begs the question, if they're a holy kingdom, does that mean that they're led in part by religious zeal?
I'll be honest.
And then
no matter what, I'm rolling out Fergus because Fergus is Fergus.
Well, not his name isn't Fergus, but you know. I don't know.
This is also not where we choose.
Oh, okay. Well, you might want to choose the stag guy for now. You like him.
Sure.
He made it a point that he wasn't going to be straightforward. He was going to actually garner your friendship first. You know, take things a little bit slower, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 are way too hasty.
Is that right? Well, that's a win for the Alliance, so I suppose I'm obligated to be happy.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the 3 is most unique.
...
Claude, his easy smile is so striking, but that smile doesn't reach his eyes. Edelgard, she's a refined young woman, but I feel as though she's always evaluating me. I don't really care about spaghetti hair here. So, like, whatever.
Oh, look, I sense the darkness lurking beneath.
I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Wonder, how could you miss the darkness lurking beneath line?
Because I don't care. Maximum apathy.
White
Part
clouds,
1.
the great tree moon.
White clouds. Great tree moon. 3 houses.
I can write chapter titles like that. Let me think.
I
Blue
can't even read
mongoose.
those.
Of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fódlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day.
Oh, the
grow
perspective
into
on
a
all that.
great tree.
Oh, it's pain.
It's supposed to be ancient looking. Also,
I
look,
know.
those deer are so very much in love.
They are Twitter painting.
The continent of Fódlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fergus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fódlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fódlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
Ray is here.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?